Hey everyone, welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're going to break down exactly what's going on with a really specific, highly charged astrological placement. We're talking about Mars in the 8th house. Now, if you're already familiar with these concepts, you know the 8th house carries a pretty heavy reputation. But what we're doing right now is looking at the precise mechanics of this placement. We're going to see exactly how this fiery, assertive energy of Mars shapes a person's life, their mind, and yeah, definitely their relationships. So let's start with this incredible question. What happens when the fire of Mars meets the hidden depths of the 8th house? It really sets the stage for a profound journey into the human psyche. Think about the crazy contrast we're dealing with here. You've got Mars, right? Action, drive, pure fire. And then you have the 8th house, which is all about the unseen, the secrets, the deep transformations, the absolute deepest shadows of the human experience. So what is the result when you drop a planet of bold, aggressive actions straight into a house of hidden secrets?
Well, it all really boils down to one powerful core thesis, a sharp instinct to uncover secrets. And I want to emphasize that word sharp. We're not talking about some mild, passing curiosity here. Sharp means piercing. It's precise. This single thesis statement is literally the absolute foundation for everything we're about to unpack in this explainer. Every behavior, every relationship pattern, and even the career paths we're going to look at, they all stem directly from this core undeniable instinct.
Section 1. The instinct for secrets. Okay, so intuition with this placement isn't just some passive, vague feeling. It actively drives impulsive actions. Let's say you get this sudden gut feeling that something's just off. You don't sit around and wait for the truth to politely reveal itself. No way. You might bluntly ask the uncomfortable question right then and there to drag whatever it is into the light. If you suspect something is hidden, that very suspicion is exactly the fuel that forces you to act immediately and decisively. Naturally, this restless kind of urge funnels into a sharp increase of interest in research, investigation, and honestly, even occult subjects. Because think about it, if you have this relentless, almost obsessive drive to look beneath the surface of things, you're going to gravitate towards subjects that require digging. Whether that's hardcore academic research, diving down an investigative rabbit hole online, or studying the hidden mysteries of the world, your mind is just exceptionally wired for deep, unrelenting inquiry. Moving on to Section 2, Relationships and Hidden Truths. In relationships, you will develop a nearly radar-like instinct for detecting hidden truths. You're basically a human lie detector. You just aren't someone who can be easily lied to. And you definitely cannot just smile and accept surface-level pleasantries, when you can literally feel a deeper undercurrent of truth waiting to be acknowledged. For you, in your personal connections, authenticity isn't just a nice-to-have. It's an absolute, non-negotiable requirement. And this brings us to a really fascinating tension. Instead of just pointless bickering, sudden confrontations actually act as the mechanism that forces suppressed emotions and hidden agendas out into the open. It's like the arguments themselves become the exact tools that rip the veil off secrets that you, or maybe even your partner, were completely unprepared to deal with. The intense fire of Mars literally forces those hidden truths out through conflict. Because of this super volatile dynamic, it makes perfect logical sense that you naturally attract equally intense or secretive people right into your orbit. You draw in what your mind instinctively wants to solve. Your psychological makeup craves that depth and investigation, so you inadvertently attract complex, enigmatic individuals. They provide exactly the kind of relational puzzles you naturally want to piece together. Let's look at Section 3, Navigating Crises and Taboos. This placement, it completely strips away fear. You become absolutely fearless in facing taboo or uncomfortable truths. You're probably that person at the dinner table who doesn't even flinch when the conversation gets a little too real. While most of society tends to look away from what's grim, uncomfortable, or socially forbidden, you look directly at it. Because your fundamental nature is to uncover secrets, the fact that a subject is considered taboo doesn't repel you. Honestly, it just confirms to you that there's something real and substantial there that is worth looking at. So there's a really powerful cause and effect sequence at play here. Sudden emotional or financial crises aren't just random bad luck for you. They are actually the necessary catalysts that trigger your deepest personal evolution. The 8th house is traditionally linked to sudden upheavals, but it never ends there. You are essentially forged in the fire of these sudden life changes, coming out the other side fundamentally transformed. Section 4, The Investigator's Career Path. This natural comfort with crisis makes you excel in very specific, really high-stakes fields. We're talking investigation, surgery, and crisis management. And what do all three of these have in common?
Well, they all require a person to dive right past the surface, cut through the superficial layers, and fix a critical, sometimes literal life or death problem hiding underneath. This is absolutely the perfect professional outlet for someone with this kind of penetrating, fearless energy.
Finally, Section 5, the ultimate lesson.
Out of all these complex layers, the ultimate lesson boils down to this one thing. Mastering your anger is the direct key to securing stability in your emotions and your relationships. Remember, Mars is the planet of fire and aggression. When that fire is impulsively lashing out at every little suspicion, it just creates chaos. But if you can learn to control that fiery anger, it directly and effectively improves your inner state and your external connections. It's really about taking a wildfire and turning it into a controlled, useful laser. So, I want to leave you with this final thought to reflect upon. You have this unparalleled ability to see what others completely miss, and the bravery to face the crises that most people just run away from. But the ultimate power lies in how you choose to direct that energy. So, what's it going to be? Will you let suspicion drive you to impulsive conflict? Or will you use this profound hidden fire to consciously transform your life? Thanks for joining me for this explainer, and keep questioning what lies beneath the surface.